Hey ho people, it's Stylosa and good lord, we're on the 7th day of the Steam Summer Sales. God damn, it's going quite fast. So what have we got today? Well, we've got the Thief Collection, which is massively cheap. It's 75% off, it's $6.74, £4.74. Now, Thief is a great game, but Thief came out in 1998. It was a fantastic game then, now, not so much. But it is so cheap, you could argue, well, to be honest, it's just, you may as well pick it up anyway. I'll leave that up to you guys, but if you really want to be super cheap, then just get the first Thief. You could maybe get Thief 2. Deadly Shadows is probably the weakest, but the first two, they're quite good games. So if you want to be a thief, skulking around in the dark, robbing all kinds of stuff from your medieval masters, then by all means go for that. Next thing we've got is the Total War Mega Pack. Now this is mega. The amount of content in this is totally ridiculous. So you get Medieval 2 Total War, you get Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms, you get Rome Total War Gold, you get Rome Total War Alexander, you get Total War, well, Empire Total War, you get Napoleon Total War, and then you get loads of DLC. This is 75% off, $12.49 and £8.74. This is basically an insta buy. If you like the Total War games, the historical military battle simulator games, then you need these, because these are fantastic. Empire Total War is a massive game. It's massive, that is. The sheer amount of content in that game is ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. So I would highly recommend those games. Now we've got the Indie Bundle 7. This has got Abaddon the Black Fortress, Dungeons of Dreadmore, Cube, Vessel and Zombie Driver. I've got a bit of a cold, or I think I'm getting a bit ill, so I apologise for my snorting. Indie is indie, so pick up indie. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. We don't want to dilly-dally. This, though, S.T.A.L.K.E.R collection. I have no idea at all what this even is. So I cannot possibly comment, but what I can tell you is it's 75% off, $12.43 and £8.06, or, for you Euro people, €9.43. But you've got eyes, you can read the screenshots, so me reading the prices off to you is goddamn pointless. But I'm going to continue anyway. Oh, Mill. Okay, so we've got LA Noire. This was on a flash sale, and I believe it was the same price on the flash sale as it is in this daily sale, from what I remember. I never picked it up during the flash sale, but I'm kind of tempted to get it now. I was sort of tempted to get it during the flash sale, so this is like, you know, your 1920s, 30s, 40s detective adventure game. It's apparently got some crazy face animation technology or whatever Rockstar were touting at the time. It is quite cheap though. I mean, you're looking at, for in the UK, let me just get the correct prices here, because this is not correct. You see, I use a plugin for my Chrome and it gives me the price comparisons. Sometimes it doesn't work. So I can give you the UK price. It's £4.99 in the UK. That's pretty cheap. So I don't know, I'm a bit unsure. In fact, actually, you guys tell me in the comments, should I pick that up? Now the next thing is a game I have been waiting to come up in the sales. This is Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. The only problem is, it's not exactly very cheap. Sins Rebellion adds massive Titan ships into the game, like, you know, super ridiculous capital ships that are massive. The problem is, it doesn't really add much in beyond that. Okay, you get some sub-factions and stuff like that, but really, when compared to Trinity, there isn't really much of a difference. Now this is 25% off, it's $29 or £18.74, and I'm not willing to drop £18 on this game, because, you know, I may as well just go back and play Trinity. It is effectively the same game, and this is irritating me. This is because I wanted to see this at least 66% off, maybe 75%, although that's a bit of an ask because it is a new game. So I don't know. I can't really recommend that to you. I would simply say go and buy Sins of a Solar Empire Trinity, which is much cheaper and it is effectively the same game. You just don't get massive ships. And of course, there's loads of mods for this as well. So you can, I mean, you may have seen us playing, I think it's Sacrifice of Angels, Angel Sacrifice. I can't remember the exact name, but it's a Star Trek mod, total conversion, you know, even with sound effects. With old Picard, maximum warp. Fantastic. So yeah, I can't really recommend that, I'm afraid. Super Meat Boy, the massively, ridiculously solid platform game, is massively, stupidly cheap. It's 75% off, $3.74, £2.99. Buy this, because, you know, well, whatever, indie, and it is a good game, albeit stupidly difficult. The next thing we've got is the Stalker Collection. Now, the Stalker games are fantastic. You're like in a radioactive apocalyptic wasteland, and you like a lot of games recently, Metro and stuff like that. But these games are fantastic. Now, you've got Stalker, Call of Pripyat, and you've got Stalker Clear Sky and Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. All of these are worth it. So buy the entire pack. It's massively cheap. I mean, you're looking at 75% off, $11.99. Yeah. £5.19 or €8.44. A few Australians out there, 11 Australian Aussie dollar 19 cent. So buy these all day long. These are fantastic games, fantastic. Apologies once again. So the last thing we've got off the daily deals is Age of Empires Online Summer Sale Bundle. Now, Age of Empires Online is quite... It is an age game. This is the strange thing with it. It is an Age of Empires game, but it's got this weird online component where you build your own, like you build like a home nation with buildings, and the DLC is like you can buy a building, you can buy extra missions to do and stuff like that. It does have multiplayer in it. It's a little bit limited, although I think it gets a lot more open when you advance through the game. Graphically, it's quite nice as well. It's got like this cartoony look and feel to it, but it does kind of work. But I mean, what you're going to get in this is the Pen of Herodotus. I can't pronounce that. Extra storage, exotic vanity gear, and heroic aid consumables for 75% off, £2.49 or $1.74. I don't know. I don't really play Age of Empires Online, to be honest, so I can't really say that's worth it, but I'm presuming that if you do play the game, it is probably worth it at that price for that pack. Anyway, moving on, we've got the community choice. Now, this is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. So, Need for Speed, you're getting chased by the police, you're driving around like a madman. It's 75% off, £4.99 or whatever the hell that is in the US. This is... If you like Need for Speed, get it. That's as much as I can really say. I mean, what do you want from me, for God's sake, man? As for voting on what the next deal is, well, you've got Anno 2070, you've got Cities XL, which is totally terrible, and you've got SimCity 4. So I'd say it's a flip-up between Anno and SimCity. I'd probably drop my vote on Anno, but do not vote for Cities XL. It is the worst game you've ever seen. As far as city simulators go, it's just terrible. The current flash sales, we've got Saints Row the 3rd, which has been on sale, I think, like 3 times. As I've said before, highly immature, but stupid fun. If you're just after some stupid madness, then whatever, get that. It's 75% off, massive discount. The Binding of Isaac, which I don't really like this game. Now, I got slated for saying I don't like this, but again, it's so stupidly cheap, it's 99p. What the hell can you even buy for 99p? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You can get a can of Monster from a discount store for that, but that's it. So you could argue that, yeah, just get Binding of Isaac. Bastion, fantastic game, awesome soundtrack, amazing narration, 75% off, massively cheap, get that. Dead Space 2, now this is massively cheap as well. So if you're after a cheap horror fix, by all means get this. I mean, it's only £3.74 in the UK. And let me just pull up the US and EU prices, if Steam allows me. Come on, Steam, good lad. We are looking at filler noises. Come on, Steam, I ain't got time for this, I'm ill. Right, okay, so $4.99 in the US. So UK shafted because it's a direct conversion to pounds, which is bullshit. Oh no, it's not. I'm talking crap. I apologise. £3.75, ain't it, for the UK? Did I say I was ill? I was ill. And as far as the deals go from yesterday, get Company of Heroes, Train Simulator, Spec Ops: The Line, no. Stronghold 3, no. Call of Duty, no. Wargame Escalation, it's up to you. Limbo, yes. Grand Theft Auto Complete Pack, yes, because that's a massive super deal that you wouldn't believe. And the Indie Bundle, well, it's indie, so buy it. There you go, people, I'm out of here to go and get some medication. I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.